Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and today I'm going to come on here and show you how to make these little, they look to me like pinwheels, don't they? They're little folded stars or pinwheels or some such thing, okay? So I want to show you how to make these. You can put these in your slow stitching pieces as well if you want to make. I made this size because I wanted you to be able to see them, and of course you can make them smaller. They're real easy to do. So I've got this, I better see how big that is, I suppose. Let me get the ruler. I think it's probably about 4 inches, isn't it? Yeah, it's 4 inches. And when this one here you have it, this is usually is half. When you've got 4 inches across there, this piece here usually is half the 4 inches, which is 2. And so should these bits here, okay? And that makes sure that you've got the thing the right size, okay? When I say the thing, I tried to copy some years ago, I don't know what this one here says, off the internet. You get templates. That's 2 inches, and this is 1 inch. So sometimes though, when you go and you put in images and you want to get, they don't actually come out at the right size that you're looking for, so you make sure you put the size into it. But if you go on images on your Google, whatever your what's name search engine is, and look for templates for hexagons, then you can get one of these, righto, if you haven't already got a template for one. Now, so this is really easy to do, and I absolutely love these little things. There's a lot of ironing though, so I've got my iron already switched on, and I'm hoping I don't stick my arm on it. And I'm going to do this one in this pretty blue, I think. And I don't mind ironing for this sort of thing because it's really fun. I think it's really fun, so I don't mind ironing for this sort of thing. And I like to use either something that's plain or with a very small flower or something on it, you know. So I've got a really nice cotton fabric here. When these things get a bit thicker, and if you make them out of polyester cotton, they're not that easy to sew through like this one here is. I think that might be a polyester cotton, and they're not as easy to sew through once you've got a few thicknesses. So this is going to have a few thicknesses, but this is not hard. This is really easy, really easy. So you want to put your little thing down there. I'm going to actually draw around it, and then I can cut it out instead of trying to cut it out by waving it around in the, you know, out there. I should have got a sharp pencil, shouldn't I? Because a sharp pencil, you know your line is in the right place. So what I need to do, because it can make a big difference, if you make a thick line across there and then you cut on the other side of it, you're going to have way too big all the way around, aren't you? It doesn't matter for this thing, but for other things it does. So if your pencil's really sharp, which mine is not, because I'm showing you how wide that will get if I go to the outside of the line, even if I go on the inside. So I'm going to sew on the inside of the line anyway for this, because I don't want the pencil to show anyhow. So how much thickness, how much difference it makes. It might seem not like much, but by the time you put it on all sides, you'll end up with a lot more than what you really needed. Yeah, I couldn't see the scissors because they're fair there looking at me. Okay, so you just want to cut this around here, like so. I hope everybody's having a good day. It is so nice and cool here. We actually have a few little drops of rain. Now I might not cut the line off yet, but I will now. Just like to get myself away from try to get myself in the shot here. Okay. I hope everybody over there in England and all them other countries in America are all staying safe. Hope yous are good. Oh yeah, hope yous are good. Keeping away from the bities. Okay. I'm really thinking, where's the bin? You should see the floor. Sometimes I just miss the bin, okay? What can I say? Right, so now you need a bit of thread, and I can just use the white one here that I've got. I don't know if I've got a needle here fastened to anything, but if I haven't, I'll find one that I like the look of. Well, I've got some cotton on this one. This will work for me. So you can use whatever sort of needle you wish to, as long as it's small enough and not too big and bulky, and the thread will go through behind the hole that it makes. Okay. Now, I think I can make a quilter's knot. I'm sure I could, but I have never really tried one before. You just wrap your thread around here like this, as far as I know, and then you just pull it down, and it should be knotted at the end there. But it knotted too quick, too close. Oh well, I suppose it's got a long thing, hasn't it? I've always just rolled it around my finger and put a knot in it. Okay, so we're going to start up here. Actually, we're not going to do that at all. I'm going to iron it first a bit more. I'm going to iron it across this way, because if I do that, it'll go together a lot easier for me. So I'm going to iron that there, from that point to that point. Put it on the iron, grease. Right. Then I'm going to halve it. And I'm going to iron this piece across this way. Okay. And you discover things as you go along, don't you? How things will work a lot easier for you if you just take a little bit of time to add these few little bits and pieces to it, you know? Like ironing. We're going to go this way. So this is going to be all... Actually, that one ironed down a lot better. I must have held iron a lot longer on it, because that other crease is not that obvious. It doesn't really matter. It will sort of help you a little bit in the long run. So each corner to corner, I just went over and I just pressed it down, okay? Sort of eventually you'll see what I'm talking about. Righto. Now, we want to put your cotton through here. We're going to make a stitch there, right? And I don't like this when I do two threads together and it starts cobbling up on me. I bet you nobody would. Okay, let's see if we can fix this. We haven't even got our first stitch done yet. Okay, right. Oh dear. Righto. I'll cut that tail off. He's way too long, isn't he? But I guess. And then you want to bring that up there to and make a stitch there, right, fair in the middle. And we got the middle by ironing it, didn't we? Righto. So that comes to there. Righto. Now you need to miss this one, this pointy bit, and go to this pointy bit. Okay. Put a little stitch. Whoops. There goes it. Again with two threads. And then you bring that down to the centre, like so. Just like bring it to meet the other one. Don't sort of take it so it's over it or anything. Just bring it to meet the other one and put it. I'm going to sneak the stitch underneath here so I don't muck it up. And then we'll see. It's going to be straight. I'm going to iron it out there. And then you put this one up here. Now I don't know if everybody makes these the same. This is just something I learned a long time ago, and I don't know. There could be lots of variations of this. I've got no idea. So I'm going to take this through now to the back, and I will end it. Oh no, I won't end it off because I'll need it, won't I? So what I'm going to do now is lay this down flat on me good ironing mat, which I love, the best thing ever, because I used to have to find a piece of material or get a towel or something, because your ironing boards are always too big for this sort of thing, isn't it? Or even if a little one's a little bit gawky. So this was probably the best thing ever that they come up with, one of these. And I just bought mine somewhere. I can't remember now. They vary in price because the size, whatever size you want. This one I think is about 10 by 10, but I think that's a good enough size because I'm not going to be ironing anything large on it for sure. Righto, so we press that down really nicely there. Now we can come up through back up through the middle, And we're going to go and get this bit now. I'm going to go through here and catch him. I'm going to try and go as close to the end, whoops, to the end as you can, so you can get hold of it and push it down. Right, just like that. And go through the back. This one here. Maybe I'll come back up first before I get it. I won't be able to get it and nest my needles through the top, will I? Try and keep them as pointy as you can. As pointy as you can. I'll just hold that one down there. Very easy. Just a little bit of patience is all you need to do these things. That one pulls down to there. And we've got ourselves one of these little hexagon. Maybe it could be, I think it could be a hexagon puff or something. Sort of like that. And now I'm going to press that down and hopefully it will all be good. Look at that. How's that for you? And then I can put something in the centre like that, or anything. But since I've got this here with this plain colour one, I'm thinking, and see, I don't know whether I cut that the same. I suppose I did. Yeah, well, it looks the same, doesn't it? So it's really weird, but to me they don't look, they look wonky. I don't know, it just might be me. Okay, so we can put that in the centre, and I think that'll look absolutely awesome. But what I want to do is put some embroidery on it, because I think that'll look even better. So we might do some, we might put this in the middle because it's only small. I don't know if I'll leave it on. I suppose I can. I might be better if I don't. No, leave it going. Just don't put your arm on it, Sonya. And if I do, I hope I don't say anything untoward. Okay. So that I can either stick on there or stitch on there. I could probably use this one to work on and show you what to do with it, eh? Put something on it. I might leave the little flower till last. Righto, so we'll get a bit of thread. Now, I want something I can see, but I don't want anything that's too thick. I don't want anything to be too thick. Like, I'd like to use these, but I don't want a thick one. I only want a skinny one. So, there goes me. What was that? Just the thing with the lights plugged in. This is awesome. This will be really cool, won't it? Look at that. Wow. And it's it's thin, and it's like a metallic-y sort of thing, I think. I want to use this needle because it's really cool. Really good needle. I've got a knot in it and it's ready to go to say something else, but we'll just do this first, and then I'll show you how to make another one then when I do a bit of stuff on it, eh? Probably need to know it and have a look again and see how it went together. Okay, so I've got a bit of thread. I'm only going to have one thickness, and I just wrap that around there and do this, and I always have done, and always make a giant knot. There's a little knot. Okay, so with these others I did embroidery around this one here with the round ones. So I'm going to, I don't know, I suppose I'll come up through the back, but I'll come up underneath here, you know, so your knot's going to be out of your sight, you know, so that'll be there. Now I can put a maybe a blanket stitch or a straight stitch or something around the edge. What will I put around the edge? Oh, I can't think. Oh, hang on a second. I wonder if I could do a cross stitch around it. Okay, let's try. We'll go up here and pick up along in that part. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Just pull that down a bit. So let's go along in there, along in the seam. Wait a minute, I've gone through the piece of cotton. Keep your cotton to the front. Along in the seam. and then come down here a bit. So we want to see it. Okay, it doesn't want to be invisible. Hang on a second, I'll get that. So they're not the same length. Probably would need to do it a bit bigger, but I don't know if I want to stay in the seam, because you're only using a tiny thing here, tiny bit of thin thread, and it's a small piece of work. Okay, you come back over this way. Maybe I'm not bringing it down far enough, I don't know. We'll see when we get a bit further, if we can still see what we're doing. I think that looks nice. Now I know some people might think that this is a lot of trouble to go to a small piece of stuff, but in the end these sort of things look really awesome if you do decorate them up a bit. They really do. So is it guide for the top? I need to go a bit further. I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay. Now, am I making them longer or what am I doing here? I hope not. Now, it's times like these I probably need me magnifying glass with me light, but it's in another room because I'm going to use it out there. So I can't have everything, can I? You can nearly see that it's a little cross. I've only made it small. Oops. Around there. Then we're going across here. I'm hoping the thing I picked out to put in the middle will still look right. Sure it will. We'll have a look, and if it doesn't, we'll find another one. Righto. So we'll cross that one down to here. This one goes up here. Whoops. I think that's supposed to be in front of me, isn't it? Yeah. That thread goes down there. I've only done a very small cross stitch, but I don't really want anything too big and overpowering, do I? I want to overpower the rest of the work. So when you're doing your cross stitch piece, right, when you come down here, you go back, you put your stitch in down here, and you come back in line with that part there at the top with your last stitch, so they'll be level with one another and nice, you know, nice way. And so this one here, you do the same. You come back in to where that one, in line with that one. You put it down this way. You come back. Wait a minute, move it over a bit. You come back here and you make a little stitch and you're in line with that one there. You get me? In line with that top one. And this one here, I'm in line with this bottom one where I just come out. See that there? I'm in line with that. Now I do notice when some people do crafting and things like this, they're in a hurry. They're in a hurry, you know. I don't think you can hurry this sort of thing like it is. It is embroidery and it's stitched slow, and therefore you're best to be slow and careful, otherwise in a hurry won't make it like that. It won't work in the long run. So now I've got to come, imagine that I'm in the front of that bit. So I'm going to come down here like that, and then I'll go up here like this one for that one there. Wait a minute, do I go under the right way? Yeah, it's a very small cross. That's a very small cross. I'm getting a bit of a bit furry. I need to have a drink. Too much talking. I've only got my fan on in here today because I don't need the air conditioning because the weather's really good here. Some not hot at all. Yesterday was hot. I went out yesterday. I suppose you don't mind me telling you a story, so I can tell you this story. It's not a very nice story, but I'm telling you anyway. I'll tell you this story. It just depends what, some people might think, okay, but I don't know. Anyhow, so I have an issue with the fact that there's not a lot of places in this town to buy yourself some clothes. We've got one big W, and we've got some specialty shops, boutiques. That's the only places. And I wouldn't, so I went to Big W, they got nothing, as per usual. They don't cater for big people. Well, they get about 4 or 5 things in, and that's all, And so I have plush size clothes, of course. Anyhow, so I went to, I was in Vinnie's, the second-hand place, and I was talking to the lady there, and I said to her, we were talking about, I was talking to her about the fact that I'd been to Big W, and there's nothing there that, that would fit me, because it was just, I wanted something cotton, because I can't wear things that are lycra or plastic or polyester or whatever that is. It's, things made out of plastic. I can't wear them sort of clothes. They make me perspire, and they don't breathe properly for you, do they? So it's not good. You don't want to be uncomfortable. I wanted something cotton or linen, to buy. And she said to me, why don't you go to this, place considered to be a boutique or something, I suppose that's what it is. And I said, oh no, they wouldn't have big clothes there. And she said, well, it's a clothes shop. She said they're supposed to cater to all sizes, So anyway, off I goes. I thought, oh well, I might as well give this a go and see, because I'd never been there to look to see if there was anything there to fit me. I suppose I didn't, because I didn't think there would be. So anyhow, I goes up there. I know the lady. I've known the lady for years and years. I don't think she'd be bothered watching this, and I don't really care whether she does or not. Because she's local. Well, there's 3 local girls own 3 different places here in the town. Anyhow, I asked her if she had any big clothing, and she said no. She said all she had was these poncho things, And I said, oh no, I don't want anything like that. I said, I'm looking for something that's, cool in cotton or linen or something. I said, I'd rather cotton, because linen gets too wriggly. Cotton might do too, but I think linen gets worse. It's hard to get out. You have to iron it maybe. But anyhow, so she said, oh no, she said, I don't get any big clothes in here. She said, I wouldn't sell them. I said, why not? And she said, oh, big people don't come to a boutique to buy clothes. And I said, what? And she said, oh, well, they don't. And I thought, well, that's not very nice. She said, I wouldn't be able to sell them all. She said, because I have to buy 4 of each thing, right? Because, because she's not a big shop or anything. So she said that she'd have to buy 4 of each thing. And I said, why do they don't come here? And she said, because, what'd she say? I said, is it because of the price? I said, it's a little bit dear. And she said, she didn't know. And she said, well, mine is a little bit dear. And I said, well, it doesn't matter. I said, if you want something nice, you only probably need to buy a couple of good outfits, if you're not going to be traipsing around all over the place. And I only wanted a couple of nice shirts or something, tops. Now I've got myself into cobbly messy. And she said, oh no, she said, big people just don't shop here at boutiques. And I thought, well, bless my soul. I thought, you rude woman, because that's not very nice. That wasn't very nice at all. I don't know whether she thought she was above people. I don't know what she thought of herself. But I said, if you advertised, I said you could sell them. And she said, oh no, she said, I've had something size 18 here, she said, for months, and people don't, well, I don't blame people for not going in there myself now. I just thought, well, you're not a very nice person, so I don't blame them for not coming back here. And it was the way she said it was big people don't shop at boutiques. I thought, how dare you? You know, you know. Oh dear. So anyway, Sonya didn't bother going to the other one. I didn't bother going anywhere else because big people don't shop there. I'll go to Rockman's, okay? People in Australia will know Rockman's, and they got nice clothes. I bought some nice clothes from Rockman's, and they cater to bigger people, so that's good. So I'll go there because they usually have a good sales too. I bought my last few things from there. I'll have to wait till I get back up the street and I'm going to go there and have a look. Because after yesterday I thought, well, I'm not going in anywhere now. I'm not going to talk to anybody. I don't want to. You've been mean to me. Well, she was. The tone in her voice, the way she said it, she's not catering to... She told me to go and make my own, and she said it in that sort of way. She said, why don't you go and make your own? She said, you know, and I thought, well, I don't want to. I said that to her, and she said something like, well, I don't want to keep big clothes in my shop either. So that was nice. That was a lovely person I talked to yesterday. Hey, lady. Ah, dear, now I'm stuck here because oh dear, how am I going to thread this and take it back through there? I will. I'll get a bigger needle because I'm flapping around here because I was talking. But I don't think that, I think people, you know, people in business, they shouldn't be like that. You know, she could have said, well, I can't really afford to have too many, I can't stock all sizes. Well, that's ridiculous. If you only have to have 4 of each thing, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could, or you shouldn't be doing it at all. So that's how that is as far as I'm concerned. The other people might be really nice in the other stores, but I don't know. I'm not going in them anyway. Well, only because of the way you get treated. I suppose that's a good reason why people don't want to go in there. If you talk to like that. I told you about the lady in the lingerie shop that time I went and asked her. I wanted a nightie, and she showed me all these granny-looking things with long sleeves, and you know, and I was only, I don't know, probably in my 30s. And I didn't want to wear one of those. I said, oh, can I have one like this? And I showed her one that was nice, and it had no sleeves, and it had nice lace on the front, and it was really pretty. She said, she said, big people usually, she said, keep themselves covered over. I thought, oh, dear me. Ah, dear. Well, that's what people are like, and they wonder why you shop online. You know, if you've got to get things like that happening. Anyway, that woman's not in that shop anymore. I wouldn't have went back in there again anyway, and I didn't buy nothing off her, and I thought, well, you're really rude. I was real upset, you know. I thought, how dare she say that I should keep myself covered over? Actually, I always have been a person that has neck-to-knee clothes. I don't know, except when I was young, I suppose I could figure and I wore a miniskirt, but I just thought that was really rude. But anyhow, keep myself covered up. Right, now... I don't know what I said to her. I just left, I think. I just walked out of the shop. Anyway, I think people that do things like that, they're not very happy people, are they? Their lives aren't very happy. They're not very nice to people. But I run into a lot of people, you know, with attitudes like that. I really do. Hey, look at that, doesn't that look snazzy? And that took a little while, but it doesn't matter. You know, the end result's worth it in the long run, isn't it? You can make a fair few in a day, put them all together. If you want to spend that much time working on it, of course you would. Okay, so that's that bit. And now if I put this in the middle, it doesn't sort of go because of the colours. I probably should have used something apricot-y around there. Apricot-y. Let me see. I had a whole heap of little bits. What did I do with them? Where did I put those little bits that I might use in this? They're hiding from me. They are. Buttons and there. Oh, what have I done with them? I wonder what I've done with them. I can't see anything. Right. I'll put them where I could find them, you know. I should have checked before but I thought I'd use that one. box full of them here somewhere. Just give us a bit of a look here. Where is it? Little flowers and things. Sonya, where are they? I suppose you could sew one too. That's an idea. You could actually sew one, and that'd save you a lot of hassle trying to find one. But then you've got to get it to go exactly over there, over that part. That's interesting. I don't think it's too dark. I don't think so. Quite just a few bits in here that I didn't scratch out when I was looking for stuff, and I'm going to have lost what I wanted. Righto. There's a heart on that. There's a bow on that. Oh, I've got a few pieces here that I can probably pick something from. I'm just going to test them and see what they look like. Just want to see what I can do with it. I should be able to pick something out of that, Sonya. I hope that doesn't fall on the floor. Blue. Stay there. I still haven't found those other things either that I was going to use. Piece of... I suppose I haven't spent any time really looking for it, so I can't really say I've still lost them because I don't think I've spent any time looking for it. That doesn't look too bad. You could put a bow on it. That's cute. I suppose it just depends on what sort of thing you're looking for, doesn't it? I could cut that off there and put that on there. I think I like this the best, even though it is dark. Even though it is dark, I really do like that. I do. I've got this piece here. I could probably cut a bit off that, but not enough. Okay, so this colour is not the same as that, but it doesn't look too bad. Actually, I don't mind that. That might work. I might do that one, hey? I might do that one. I've only got a couple... Oh, well, I've got a little while yet. I'm going to show you how to make another one of these, I think. Because I'm really enjoying doing this. Now, so you can do that around the edge. You can add some on the side bits if you want to. And then you can do whatever size you want. And you can put them on your pieces of slow stitching or whatever you're doing. Put them on quilts. People put them on their clothes. The kids, what's names, nice little doony covers or whatever you make. There's so many different ideas. You can use them anywhere. Put one in your hair if you want to. You know, just if you want to be game and stuff like that or whatever. You want to look pretty. People in the olden days had all these gorgeous clothes, didn't they? And they had all that bling on them. And I'm talking about the 15th, go back to the 15th, 14th century with kings and queens, the clothes that they wore. They looked magnificent. They might not be as good as they look on the movies that we see, but they would have been really good, you know. They would have been really good. A lot of work and stuff in those. So I think these look really awesome myself. I'm really pleased with these. Now, I'm going to do another one, eh? I want to make a smaller one, so you can come with me along to see if we can do this. So how we go about it. I've got another 10 minutes because the bell's going to go off. So I've only got 10 minutes. So I've got bits and pieces here that I've actually tried to get so I could use them. And I think this is going to be a bit small, isn't it? Oh, well, this says it's 3 inches, but it isn't. Might be 3 inches finished, but it was... So this is one I printed off, right? Now, what do I do with my ruler? That's 2.5 inches. So I'm not understanding the concept of that. And this is 1 1/4. that's right, how that's half the size of that bit. I'll start that so I can watch 10 minutes. A minute, start it, Sonya. I'll make sure it's 10 minutes. So, back to this, sorry. So you have 2.5, that's the length across there, and this is 1 1/4, so that has to be half of that, okay, to make it. Now, to make it so it's all right on all sides, this is 3 inches, and that was no way 3 inches when I just printed this off. But I'm going to use it anyway because it doesn't matter for this thing, right? It doesn't matter for this sort of thing what I do, what I use. So I'm going to put a very thin piece. I want to use a very thin piece of, this is a nice piece of cotton fabric, nice skin thin pink bit. Righto, I'll put that down there. I want it to be thin so it's easier to fold and use an iron and what have you. When I go off here, I'm going to go and find an eraser or a sharp pencil. I don't think I've mucked up anything yet by, so I'm going to try and stay with me squares. Maybe that's not a idea, but anyway, now I've scribbled all over this. I've got 10 minutes to try and put this together, and it's probably crooked. It'll take too long to cut down with that. Where's my line? I'm in my own light here. I have to get it off and move this. Get over here a bit where you can't see me, sorry. And this way, and this way. Yeah, I just want to try a small one. See what it comes out like. Is this the good needle I'm using? No, this is it here. And I can tell by the feel of it. My hair. I haven't tied it up, I've brushed it. Whoa! I haven't tied it up yet, so it's all blowing around in my face here. Oh dear, I didn't cut through that at all. Righto. I try not to use too much thread, so I don't want it all cobbling up on me. Righto. So if I set that at 35 when it's down to 25, I better stop because I've run out of time. Isn't that correct? Okay, sorry, we didn't do the iron thing. We have to iron this over, please. It just helped a bit at the end part. It just helped me a bit at the end. Not that much, but a bit. I found my centre too. That was another reason I did this. You got to find your centre. Probably do over 2's enough. Give me centre. Now I'll come up through the bottom. I don't know if I did that before. And I'll go up through here, and this looks a bit crooked, so try not to keep that happening, Sonya. I know I'm trying to rush and I shouldn't be. Take it down through the middle. There you are. There's a little spider. I've got little spiders trotting around me everywhere here. There must be a mother somewhere. Great. He run over the iron. Okay, so now this time we're going to go up, not to the first one, but to the second one over here, and we're going to get hold of it and we're going to bring it down to the middle, and sort of try and line it up going out there as well, okay? So you got a hold of everything. Right. Now, back up through here. Missed that one. And get this one. Whoops. And come on off there, you. Righto. And get it in the centre, Sonya. That'd be a good idea. I don't know what I've done. I'm a bit skew with. We're a bit skew with, so let's put that down there and stick it down. Sew it down. Now, now I'm going to iron this. This is overlapping a tiny bit, this one, and this one's not quite to the middle, is it? So we're going to do that with the iron. We're going to fix that with the iron, because I don't think I've sewed it nicely. But we don't want to panic about it. It's only a few stitches, and if we want to, we can pull them out anyway, if it doesn't work out when we're finished. So that one's going down to there. And that didn't go cook. I didn't iron that very good, did I? Okay, I'll move that over. I'll move this bit over here. You still see what I'm doing? All good. Just to make sure that they go down into the centre. Oops, there's a bit skew whiff now. We're having a skew whiff day here. Righto, now I've got pointy bits. Right, now where am I? I want to come up through the back. I'm going to turn this bit here over and see if it sits down for me nicely. It will. Okay, well I'm not going to argue with that. That's good. And I'm going to get out of there, you. Come on. Come back up through. Go up here. Get hold of this piece. Don't go right to the edge because it might pull the thing itself undone. Now this is stinking cute, isn't it? Oh wow, look at that. And then this one up here, which I still haven't pressed that down good enough. I'll give it another press. We'll get right into it with this iron. Righto. Ironed me clothes myself when I was only about 12 years older. And I suppose that's all okay, and got sick of it as I got older. It was too much. You don't want to do that anymore. But this is fun. I mean, you know, just a little bit of a press here and there. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It might be a tiny bit sideways. We'll put him over. Move him over, Sonya. He's sideways. Press that down. Probably a bit off centre. Oh, that's all right. He's not bad. Have I got a little tiny business to put in that? Don't know if I have. Something small enough to go in the middle. Here we are. Here we've got a little flower. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You see? You see? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you just go and make a few of these and tell me or show me or whatever. So thanks for watching. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.